we're gonna multiplying 3 or more integers numbers. If the numbers of the integers sign is odd, we simply the sign and write negative. Then we multiply the numbers. For example, find the product of 5 times negative 2 times 4. We count the number of negative sign. There is one negative sign and one is odd. So we write negative sign. Then we multiply the numbers. 5 times 2 times 4. We write negative, and 5 times 2 is 10, and 10 times 4 is 40. So 5 times negative 2 times 4 is negative 40. Another example, find the product of negative 2 times negative 3 times negative 1. Let's count the negative sign. 1, 2, 3. There is 3 negative sign, and 3 is odd, so we write negative sign. And multiply. 2 times 3 times 1. 2 times 3 is 6, and 6 times 1 is 6. Therefore, negative 2 times negative 3 times negative 1 is negative 6. But if the number of negative sign is even, we simply the sign and write positive. Then we multiply the numbers. For example, find the product of negative 2 times 3 times negative 4. Let's count the negative sign. 1, 2. There is 2 negative signs, and 2 is even, so we write positive sign. And multiply. 2 times 3 times 4. 2 times 3 is 6, and 6 times 4 is 24. So the product of negative 2 times 3 times negative 4 is 24. Another example, find the product of 4 times 5 times 3. There isn't a negative sign, and 0 is even, so we write positive sign. Then we multiply the numbers. 4 times 5 is 20, and we write times 3. 20 has 0 at units digit, so we write 0 at the product and multiply. 2 times 3 is 6, so 20 times 3 is 60, and 4 times 5 times 3 is 60. Let's solve a funny example. Find the product of negative 8 times 5 times negative 2 times negative 3. We count the number of negative sign. 1, 2, 3. There is 3 negative signs, and 3 is odd, so we write negative sign. Then we multiply the numbers. 8 times 5 times 2 times 3. 8 times 5 is 40, and 2 times 3 is 6. 40 has 0 at units digit, so we write 0 at the product and multiply. 4 times 6 is 24, so 40 times 6 is 240. And negative 8 times 5 times negative 2 times negative 3 is negative 240. The last example finds the product of negative 2 times negative 4 times negative 3 times negative 1. We count the number of negative sign. 1, 2, 3, and 4. There is 4 negative signs, and 4 is even, so we write positive sign. Then we multiply the numbers. 2 times 4 times 3 times 1. 2 times 4 is 8, and 3 times 1 is 3. Finally, 8 times 3 is 24. So negative 2 times negative 4 times negative 3 times negative 1 is 24.